As Laura Foley embarks on her second year as mayor, her vision for the city is clearer than ever. With a passion for healthcare, she sets her sights on expanding medical education initiatives aiming to cultivate a new generation of healthcare professionals. However, her focus on higher medical education draws sharp criticism from NMN, Nemandria's #1 news station, which accuses her of neglecting the foundational educational needs of every child in the community. While we appreciate the importance of medical education, what about the children who lack basic resources? The station's CEO and head news anchor Kenneth Stark questions, igniting a heated debate across the city. Also, in a bold move to enhance public transportation, Foley champions the expansion of Eneida Bay Public Transportation Purple Line and the introduction of the first downtown tram line, much to the support of the EBTA's chief developer, John Miller, who has felt that the downtown's transportation systems has focused on heavy rail too heavily. These projects promise to connect the neighborhoods and improve access to education and employment, but they will come with their own set of challenges. Meanwhile, Foley's Pharmaceuticals, the company founded by Thomas Foley, Mayor Foley's husband, continues to thrive, benefiting from the influx of fresh, young minds eager to innovate in medicinal production. As the company flourishes, questions arise about the potential conflicts of interest and the ethical implication of Mayor Foley's dual roles as the mayor and wife of one of Eneida Bay's most prominent business leaders. As the year unfolds, Mayor Foley must navigate the complexities of her ambitious agenda, confront public scrutiny, and strive to ensure that her vision for the city is inclusive and beneficial for all its residents. Heyo and Welcome to Build and Beautify Season 2. In this City Skylines modded Let's Play, we'll build Eneida Bay, a vibrant city of our dreams featuring transit-oriented development, clean energy, and deep city detailing. In our last episode, we witnessed a historic year be built with Eneida Bay's first city hall. We also welcomed NMN, Nemandria's #1 news station, to Eneida Bay, with inquisitive Kenneth Stark leading the company as the current CEO. Finally, Laura Foley began her first year in term as mayor by keeping her promise to the people and expanding healthcare coverage across the downtown area with the start of a state-of-the-art medical campus and an on-site medicinal college. So if you happen to miss the last episode, then click on the info card above or check out the entire Build and Beautify Season 2 playlist located in the description below. In today's episode, we will watch Mayor Foley's second year in office unfold as she constructs her promised medical university. Meanwhile, the EBTA's chief developer, John Miller, will expand the Purple subway line and introduce the first light rail system to the downtown shoreline. Finally, we will witness the controversial expansion of Foley's Pharmaceuticals as new graduates flock to the laboratory, offices, chemical plants, and other industrial sites owned by Mayor Foley's husband, Thomas Foley. So are you enjoying building Eneida Bay? If so, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what features you would build in your dream city. If you can't wait to see the new season unfold, consider becoming a channel member for exclusive perks, emojis, and early access to the videos. And don't miss out on our Eneida Bay merchandise linked in the description below. Alrighty, so I'm wicked excited to witness Mayor Foley's second year in term. So kick back, grab your beverage of choice, and please enjoy. Under the visionary leadership of Mayor Laura Foley, the construction of Foley School for Medical Advancement has begun, promising to transform Eneida Bay into a hub of medical excellence. This state-of-the-art campus, designed to integrate education with hands-on patient care, aims to cultivate the next generation of healthcare professionals. With its modern facilities and innovative programs, the university is set to elevate the city's medical standards and attract talent from far and wide. However, as this ambitious project takes shape, concerns over the impact on the city's educational budget is left, leaving many questioning the balance between progress and the needs of the younger students and underfunded schools. So let's talk about our plan a little bit for our medical university. We have set this cliffside area here for all our university needs, and because I want to cluster the Eneida Bay University up on this cliffside, we will not build the entire university today, but instead introduce smaller micro-campuses as the story of Eneida Bay unfolds. That way, we can create a larger university with sections associated with the story and progress of Eneida Bay's history. For now, though, we will build just the medical university, and today we will build the Foley School for Medical Advancements with that medical university asset that comes with the base game. With this asset, we will add on an extension wing, a research facility, and maybe 1 or 2 practice clinics. The clinics could also act as a special facility for the patients with rare and currently untreatable diseases who agreed to allow the students and professors to use them for clinical trials and research to try and cure that disease. And who knows, perhaps this research facility will expand in the years to come under Mayor Foley's directive. For today, however, we will build just the medical university and decorate it up with some deep city detailing. So let's jump on in and begin our construction up here on the hill so that the medical university can stand tall over the city. In a bold move to enhance urban mobility, Chief Developer John Miller has spearheaded the expansion of the EBTA's Purple Subway line alongside the introduction of the city's first downtown shoreline tram line. This ambitious project aims to connect key neighborhoods and reduce traffic congestion, making public transportation more accessible and efficient for all residents of Eneida Bay. With sleek modern trains and scenic tram routes that hug the waterfront, the initiative promises to not only streamline commutes but also revitalize the downtown area, fostering economic growth and community engagement. As construction progresses, excitement builds among the citizens eager to experience a new way of connectivity and convenience in their city. So let's talk about the plans John Miller has drafted for Mayor Foley's office to review. First, we will extend the Purple Subway line out towards Foley's Pharmaceuticals' main industrial campus area and then snake this track up the cliffside to terminate at the medical university / kind of begin at the university. Originally, I was going to bring this line around the west side of the mountains, but this area is incredibly hilly and I don't really think I'll be able to create a suitable line through this area while making sure it looked nice. So instead, it will continue around the east side of the mountains instead to connect up with the uptown New City area we have not developed just yet. Next, we will create a tram line along the shoreline of the downtown area. Since our tram depot is located on the other side of the bay, we will need to create a rather nonsensical path over the old bridge to bring the trams into this area of Eneida Bay, which means we will probably convert these roads down into a 4-lane road instead of a highway so that we can upgrade them with the tram tracks. I thought of making a tram highway in the road builder, but honestly, it doesn't really make sense, and I really do love the mod, but I am finding that the base game roads suit Eneida Bay just fine. So let's start with the subway extension, as honestly, getting the tunnels, bridges, and slopes just right is going to be a beastly task. So we will meet back up together to decorate the subway stations once we have the base infrastructure in place. Oh my gosh, am I allowed to admit that shaved a decade off my lifespan? I have no idea why that was so hard to do with the tunnels. But now that we have that infrastructure in, let's jump into some deep city detailing and decorate the stations, probably starting with the station up at the medical university and moving on down towards the Lucas Fox pedestrian pier. Next on John Miller's agenda is the Shoreline Tram, and honestly, this upgrade should be fairly straightforward. We will start by upgrading the roads with tram tracks, and then the lines, then the stops. We'll probably then jump into a deep city detailing time lapse to decorate a few of the stops up with some custom pagodas, benches, flower beds, etc. As Foley's Pharmaceuticals embarks on a significant expansion, the company, founded by Thomas Foley, husband of Mayor Foley, finds itself at the center of ethical controversies that have sparked heated debates within the community. While the expansion promises to create jobs and boost the local economy, critics raise concerns about the potential prioritization of profit over public health, citing issues such as rising drug prices and influence of corporate interests on healthcare's policies. As Mayor Foley navigates the complexity of her dual role as both a public servant and a business leader, questions arise about transparency, accountability, and ethical implications of intertwining politics with pharmaceutical advancements, leaving many citizens to ponder the true cost of progress in their city. So, let's talk about Thomas Foley's expansion plans. First, Thomas Foley will be expanding his production lines by introducing his own chemical factory to his auxiliary campus in hopes that producing his own chemicals will increase his profits. This will also add about 156 jobs to Eneida Bay. He will also then build some additional smaller factories around the chemical plant for his own production and rent some of the space to other factory owners who wish to produce goods other than minerals, chemicals, and pharmaceuticals. I think this will assist our game quite a bit as one of our import opportunities was chemicals. As you can see, we are starving for agriculture. But for now, we will focus on the chemical plant and some of the generic factories around it. So let's jump on into a deep city detailing time lapse and place in our chemical factory, our generic industry filler, and decorate it up with some props and fences because honestly, I really enjoy creating dirty industrial areas now that we have the Find It mod and Anarchy. Alrighty, everyone, I think that just about wraps up today's episode. So, if you enjoyed today's episode, please hit that like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on today's build. If you are excited to see the next episode unfold, consider becoming a channel member for exclusive perks, emojis, and early access to the videos. And don't forget to check out our Eneida Bay merchandise linked in the description below. Until next time, I hope everyone has a phenomenal week.